The rituals are a chant against extinction. Nationless, homeless, stranded in the heart of the Golden Triangle, the Aka people are trapped between Burma, Laos and Thailand and unwanted by any of them. They have nothing except themselves. No country, no land, no government, defying extinction only through their children. So for the Aka, fertility is everything. The men chant for it, the women swing for it. Still, even now, even after Paul Lewis, the American missionary who brought them Christianity, and with it also the antithesis of fertility, a promise of salvation not through children, but through their opposite. Now, after Paul Lewis, many of the Aka women who pray the wooden phallus will point at them, will bless them with children, have been sterilized.
It's a matter of cutting two little cords. That's all.
I mean, you're going to have less Aka people if you sterilize a lot of Aka women. That's the point.
What was God's interpretation of the sterilization?
Oh, I think that God was thrilled if these women could sleep with their husbands and not be worried. Yeah, wow. Oh, I wouldn't have done it if I thought there was some divine reason why it shouldn't be done, but as far as I can tell, definitely it should be done.
The Baptist Church of the Golden Triangle. Its founder, Paul Lewis, first visited Burma in 1947, then crossed the border, evangelizing hill tribes in Thailand, the first white man the Aka had ever seen, speaking their language, winning their faith and trust utterly, who, knowing neither a Christian God nor white people, believe Paul Lewis to be both.
Through time you have this trust. In a way it's almost frightening. And one time we were coming back to the States on furlough, and they came to the house and said, "Do you have a picture?" I kind of joked about it. I said, "What do you mean?" "Yeah, we'd like to have a picture. Leave with us. We hear you're going back for a while." I said, "Well, I suppose I do. I don't know. Why do you want a picture of me?" Well, the man said, "You know, we're not like the Buddhists. We don't have idols that we worship. You're about the closest thing to God that we know. So we'd like to have your picture." Wow.
Paul Lewis had power. He spoke our language. We believed and trusted him. Everyone went for sterilisation because he said it was good. He said if we had more children, there would not be enough food for ourselves. He said, "Sterilise now."
What happened was we had to get permission from the government. Their encouragement was, "Good grief, we have all these tribal people around here. There are too many of them already. So if you can cut down, that's great."
And so a strange alliance was formed. The Missionary, the crusading evangelist for God, Christianity and sterilization, funded by the FPIA, the Family Planning International Assistance Organization of America, and the Thai government, who, sensing an opportunity to quell the unruly hill tribes of the Golden Triangle, supported Paul Lewis's sterilization program with money, nurses, doctors, even hospitals. A covert genocide was born. Paul Lewis, unwittingly, cynically, hungrily, recruited into the Thai government's campaign of hatred against the non-Thai Aka people of the north.
This was pioneering to them. But the man, or several of the men that I dealt with, were wonderful about this. They said, "Oh, you're doing a service that we can't do. You know their language, you know their culture, great, go ahead." And they were a terrific help. I appreciated that very much.
The whole thing smacks of genocide, and it smacks of arrogance, and we're in charge. We're white Western people, and we're going to do nasty little shit to you little brown people. And that's the equation that you see. If you take away all the names and all the personalities and all the disputes and feuds that might have gone on, you still have great white hunter sterilizing little brown woman.
Matt McDaniel is an American aid worker who lived among the Aka. And in a sense, though Paul Lewis preached sterilisation, promising it would benefit them, winning the trust of the Aka women, the real hunter was not white, but brown. The Thai government, who, exploiting the Aka's trust in Paul Lewis, began busing Aka women, thousands in all, from the hills to the hospitals to be sterilised. The Aka, with a natural infant mortality rate of 50%, were now being sterilised towards extinction.
It would have been seen as one of several ways to affect the Aka Nation. It would be same as Indian reservation doctor sterilizing a Indian woman in America when she was on the delivery table having her first baby. That happened in America, and so the parallels are certainly that this is what you can do with indigenous people you don't like.
I was accused of genocide among the Aka by a man in the House of Representatives. And they had a team come out. As a matter of fact, he himself came out. And they looked at what was being done. And when they saw what was being done, they said, oops, this is good.
I mean, why would you come in here and spend money sterilizing Aka women? You're only in here to make sure that they don't have babies, which means you're up to one thing: cultural genocide.
But American politicians had decreed it good, and the Thai government was pouring in support, and so Paul Lewis, the cord-cutting evangelist, stepped up his mission to convert Aka women from the rites of fertility to the gospel of sterilisation. Women like Buma.
This has been very bad for me. I fear this is killing me.
Buma received a Paul Lewis cord cut more than 2 decades ago. She has been in almost constant pain ever since. A pain which Paul Lewis, male American missionary, and the Thai hospital which so eagerly sterilised her, refused to acknowledge even exists.
I have stomach and vaginal pain. I cannot work because of the pain. It's like having needles inside me.
A lot of that may be psychosomatic. I've taken some women like that into the hospital, and they're thoroughly examined. What happens is that it is just a tiny cord that is cut, and there are no nerve endings there. So that when it is cut, they don't even know it, or burned. They don't feel it.
Since I've been sterilised, my periods have been very, very heavy. I've lost a lot of weight and become sick. I cannot eat very much. I cannot work hard. My life has changed a lot. I have pains in my back and in my stomach.
I think if they're complaining of pain, it might be that psychosomatic. They want sympathy. I don't know.
No, the women aren't making these symptoms up. If a woman says she has pain in her tummy or pain in her vagina, that's what she's experiencing.
Professor Gillian Turner has pioneered studies in the link between physical pain and psychological trauma.
That's where the link may not be a literal link. It may be a link via her feelings, via her mind. That's the real link. So it's the sterilisation that is linking that way, but it isn't the actual physical procedure that's been done that's necessarily or probably causing the pain.
The pain Buma now dulls by smoking opium. And she is not alone. There are hundreds of Aka women who, trusting Paul Lewis, went to ever-welcoming Thai hospitals to be sterilised and have spent their lives ever since in pain and regret.
One of the things that has to be remembered is that women can experience pain and discomfort, and unhappiness following operations that they subsequently regret.
Paul Lewis does not come here any longer. He has retired now. The Thai doctors and nurses, their work done, have also gone. And there are children here still. The Aka may yet defy extinction, but it will be despite Paul Lewis, not because of him. The man who meant no harm but fostered it anyway. The smiling, much-loved missionary who unwittingly helped the Thai government commit a cord-cutting genocide.
I think that the interference with people's cultures, people's groups, is something that we're only really beginning to come to grips with now, and we're still a long way off. And if you look back in history, I think of all the cultures that have been destroyed.